Hello guys, Meow Kit Kats, how are you? Happy New Year! Can you believe we're already in 2017? Now 2016 was quite an eventful year for everybody. Unfortunately we lost quite a lot of legends and people, but let's not go into that. And a lot of things happened for me also, good things and bad things. I've actually got a list here of 16 things that I done last year. Now the first thing that I done was I went to the Harry Potter studios. Now funny enough, I only live like a 10-15 minute car journey away from them, but I've never been to them before, and being quite a big Harry Potter fan, going to the studios is on like my one of my bucket lists. So I finally got to go and it was absolutely amazing, very overwhelming and very exciting. I actually vlogged the day as well, so the link will be in the description if you want to see my Harry Potter studio tours vlog. And that was really exciting. Now the second thing I done was I had a false tooth put in. Now you might be aware that and if you watch my Harry Potter Studios tour video, you'll notice that I have a gap here missing. Now, when I was younger, I did have a couple of teeth-related accidents where I fell off a seesaw, and my dad's friend, dropped me when we were dancing or something. So I got nerve damage, and unfortunately, I had to I had to have my tooth removed last year because the nerve damage was so severe. And I spent the whole of 2015 basically on antibiotics as well. So we decided that I would have it taken out in December 2015, which meant I would have about 6 weeks between Christmas and New Year, mid-January, with a tooth missing. So I finally got the winged bridge fitted, I think in February time, and you probably can't even tell that I've got a false tooth there. And it was quite a strong and hard time for me. And I know it's just a tooth, but being the front tooth as well, it was quite a hard time for me. I did get a bit emotional and a bit worried about it, but now I'm used to it now. And the quirky thing about it is when I eat corn on the cob, I had to hold it and like cut it with a knife. So I think that's just quite funny because when I go to Nando's, I always cut it now. So yeah. Now the third thing I done this year, I went to the British Library with 3 of my girlies, and they were having an Alice in Wonderland exhibition there. So basically it was like walking around like this glass table with like memorabilia from like the books and the films, and like a few props and stuff, so you could walk around in like a maze in a way and see it all. Before that they even had like a wall with different phrases from the book, so it was sort of like telling a story with a few like maze-like games, and then they had like this bookshop, the shop as well, where I got a couple of books. I got Alice in Wonderland and Through the Looking Glass, which is the second story. And then we went to Covent Garden and went to a Mad Hatter's Cafe, which is like a little small cafe outside a theatre, and had like a canapé and like tea and coffee and a cake or a cupcake. Now I don't drink tea or coffee, so I had milk. And my other 2 friends, they had hot chocolate, and my other friend had tea because she likes tea, and I had a slice of, I think, red velvet cake, because that's one of my favourite cakes. And I actually wrote a blog about the day, so again that will be in the description if you'd like to read the blog and learn more about the exhibition. And it was only on for about 6 weeks, so it's not there anymore, but I've got that blog now to treasure and to look back on pictures from the event. Now, the fourth thing I done this in 2016 was me and my friend went to see the Chinese New Year celebration, and we went to Yo Sushi for lunch, and I had my first chicken katsu curry, It might not sound like a big deal, but when you're obsessed with the Japanese culture like I am, and you love your food, and I love like rice, noodles, you know, oriental sort of food from like Japan. I mean from like Thailand and Chinese, Indian. So to try chicken katsu curry was like a big thing for me, and it was really nice. I had it like a little small bowl of it. Yeah, it was really, really yummy and really tasty. The fifth thing that I done this year, I went to Spain for my birthday. Now, I actually share my birthday with my granddad, and he lives in Spain, so it was a perfect time to go and see him. And there was about, I think about 12 or 13 of us for dinner, and we went for a curry. I know, a curry in Spain in the middle of May on your birthday. Oh my God. That's such a big story to tell, but it was actually really, really nice, and it wasn't too spicy. And where the curry house was, it was like in a way where all the mountains are, and it was just a really pretty area to be in. So that was a really nice experience. Now, the sixth thing I had done this year was I went to ComicCon when I came back from Spain, and this is held, I think, the last weekend in May, and me and my friend took me on the Saturday, and after the convention we went on the I think it's called the Jurassic airline, which is like, you know, like the porter sort of cabins, you know, like a skyline, you know, you have like a glass cabin and it goes along this wire, and it takes you from the Excel Centre to the O2, and me and my friend thought we would go to the O2 for like dinner or something, or just get the tube from there to make it easier to get home. So I went on that, and I hate heights, and having anxiety and getting paranoid is quite a difficult thing to do, and riding a cable car is probably the worst thing you could do, but I wanted to tackle my fear, and it was one of the scariest things I've ever done in my life, and I probably won't go on it again unless I have to, but it was absolutely terrifying. And I wouldn't advise anyone to go on it. If you don't like heights, don't go on it. And it was a windy day, and it actually did swing slightly. And we had this family with us, and all the children were saying, you know, at least we'll end up in the water and this and that. I was like, don't talk about it. I don't want to know. But I'm really proud of myself that I went on it, and I was relieved afterwards, even though it was a terrifying experience. But it's something that I done in 2016. Now, the seventh thing I'd done this year, I went to a local convention called Watford Con, which is just like a little small convention in my hometown, and it was only on for one day, and I met Andrew Lee Potts there, and I used to watch him in Primeval as Connor, and I had a little crush on him, so it's really nice to meet him, and he was so kind and a really sweet guy, so it was really nice to meet him. Now, the eighth thing I done this year, I also went to another convention called London Film Comic-Con, and that was held, I think, at the end of July. And I went on the Sunday. I went on my own, and that was held at Olympia. And I thought Olympia was quite small, but it was on like 3 floors. And I felt, even though I've been to a lot of conventions, and I've been onto a lot of them on my own, I felt very overwhelmed and a bit scared almost. But I was like, oh my God. My mouth was just like, wow. Considering I've been to like MCM and stuff, but this convention just blew it out of the window. There were thousands of stalls, different things from like comics to, you know, like Marvel, DC. They had like anime stuff. They had so many different things covering. It was just crazy. But the main reason I wanted to go, and one of my heroes was there, Jason David Frank. If you don't know who he is, where have you been? He was the original Green Ranger in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. He was evil to start with, and then he became good. Then he lost his powers and became the White Ranger. And then, unfortunately, they lost their powers again, and then he became the Red Sea Ranger, then he became the Red Turbo Ranger, then he retired and gave his powers to someone else, and then he came back as Dr. Tommy Oliver and became the Black Ranger in Dino Thunder. Is it Dino Thunder? Yeah. So when I met him, oh my god, it was amazing. I had to queue up at this table and I took a picture with him. I sort of leaned at the table and took a picture, and I also had a like professional sort of one done as well, which was really sweet. But it was a really cool life experience. And when I was waiting, the guy who plays Adam actually came up to him and took him away from the table, and they posed for a picture with some other people, which was really sweet. But there is a petition. We want Amy Jo Johnson to come to England and to do a convention with Jason David Frank, and that would be one of my dreams. That would make my day, to pose with the two of them together. I'd feel like they're like little child. If it was like an actress, I'd love to be in. But anyway, I'm going off on. And like get like a pink top to wear, or the green one. That'd be so cool. So that was a really fun thing that I done in 2016. Now, the 9th thing I'd done in 2016 was I went to Summer in the City, and this is a YouTube convention which is held once a year in August, and this was on for like a weekend as well, and it's just a way to meet other YouTubers. They have meet and greets, and they actually had fairground rides, which was very overwhelming, and I felt a bit, not like scared, but a bit lost. I was just like, huh? And I had tickets to meet Brizzy Voices, who does amazing voiceovers. She loves Harley Quinn, and she's just brilliant. But I left too late to get there, and it took me about an hour and a half to get there, and I ended up missing that meet and greet. And I had another ticket to meet the Galaxy 4 girls, which is Becky Crawl, Abby Pop, Nudarella, and Kelsey Ellingson. And that was really sweet to meet them, because I'd already met them at MCM, and they're just sweet girls, and they're like one of my favourite YouTubers, so that was a really nice experience to do. And some people think I'm mad, I have anxiety, but yeah, I'll go on a train on my own to the other side of London, and go to this massive convention, and I do feel anxious. It is a big deal, but I turn the nervousness into excitement, and the adrenaline's going so much that it literally does turn into excitement, and everyone's doing sort of cosplay, so you feel like in place in a way, in a sense. So yeah. Now the 10th thing I'd done this year, where am I? I went to a Maid cafe picnic. Now this company is called Maids of England, and they have about 12 to 15 different girls that are different maid characters, and they normally have like special occasions, like they celebrate like, you know, like Christmas, Halloween, Valentine's Day, and they're a pop-up maid cafe, so they're not actually based anywhere, but they do pop up at special occasions, and they normally hold their events at this cafe in London. I think it's called Cafe Neko or something, but I'll probably leave a link in the description so you know where the cafe is. And this year was their 5th year anniversary, and they actually had a picnic. They had a picnic at Hyde Park in the bandstand, so that was a really lovely experience. And I wasn't actually allowed to film the maids, but I was allowed to film my food, and I had a Pikachu donut. It was like a little donut with like yellow icing with like Pikachu's face on it, and it was absolutely amazing. And I also had some Polaroid pictures taken with one of the maids, and this is the picture here, and this is called Checky, and she decorated it for me as well, and she's called Maid Kiki, which she's a cat that became a human. And they also had a pop-up Christmas themed cafe at Hyper Japan, and that was in July, and I had a picture taken with 2 of the maids. One was called Yuka, and her colour's green, and then there's this maid as well, and her colour's purple. So that was a lovely experience. and the food was amazing actually. They had, when we went in July, me and my friend went, we had like a pancake with chocolate filling inside, and it's got a special name with it beginning with D, Donku or something, but I can't pronounce it, and it was really, really tasty. Now the 11th thing I done this year, which is a big deal for me, was I done my first cosplay. Now, growing up, I watched Pokemon, and I watched like Dragon Ball Z, Digimon, before I even knew they were animes. And one of the ones that I like watching was Sonic. Now, a lot of people know Sonic from the games, but I know Sonic also from the anime called Sonic X. Now, a lot of people are like, it's a bit childish, isn't it? But in the original first episode of Sonic, the sub version, he actually swears. So, I just really got into that. And one of the characters in the show is Sonic's sort of love interest, Amy Rose. And I've always wanted to cosplay as Amy Rose. And I've always wanted to give her, like, you know, be like, have her as my first sort of cosplay. But being like a plus size, I didn't feel like I'd give it justice. But I felt like, you know, I could make it my own, and I finally plucked up the courage. I ordered like a red dress online. My mum helped me put like a rim on it. I got my pink wig, I got my ears. I put it all together and I became Amy Rose. And I've got some pictures as well, but I felt so proud of myself. And even though being a plus size, in a sense I did feel like maybe I didn't give her as much justice as I wanted to, but it was still an amazing experience. And even my mum said the wig looked nice on me. And just hearing like your family members who don't really know much about like cosplay, anime and stuff, and just general, you know, people like, you know, just saying that you look good and that the wig looked nice. It was just like really nice thing. So this year, I'm hoping in 2017 to lose a bit of weight, get myself more slimmed down, and to be able to do more cosplay characters. And I've got my pink bob wig, and maybe I could cosplay Amy Rose again, but more slimmer. And I didn't actually make the hammer either, so that's another thing as well, to make her actual hammer as well, which will be exciting. Now, the 12th thing I done this year was I went to see a street cat named Bob in the cinema. Now, I'm a huge cat person, and when I heard about James's and Bob's story, I just fell in love with it. They've been through they've had such a hard life, and the story, it literally just pulls at your heartstrings, and it's such an amazing story. And when I heard they were making a film about it, I thought it was a brilliant idea, and I felt so proud of them. You know, proud, like, you know, like family members sort of proud. And I've been following them on Twitter and Instagram, I think, and I've got them on Facebook. And when I heard the film was coming out in November, I jumped at the chance to go and see it. Now, I really, really wanted to go and see the premiere, but I don't know anyone that was working on the film at the time, or I didn't know how to get tickets, and I didn't know they were to enter any competition, so unfortunately I couldn't go, which was a really sad downer on me. But I managed to watch a live stream on their Facebook channel, and I took some screenshots of James and Bob as well, which was absolutely amazing. And the soundtrack, God, if you go and see that film, the soundtrack is absolutely brilliant. The guy who plays James in the film, he's wicked. Bob actually played most of his parts as well in the film, but there are a lot of different cats sort of like play parts as well, sort of to give them a sort of a break. And it was amazing. I must have cried on and off for about five times. I'm quite an emotional person, but this film, oh my god, literally it does pull at your heartstrings, and it will make you cry. And the story is, oh my god. But if you haven't seen the film or read the books, you have to read the books first to see the film. Otherwise it probably doesn't matter, but if you haven't already, please read the book, because it's such a big story. And if you've seen the film, then go and read the book, you know, because it's just, it's just a brilliant thing. Anyway, moving on. The 13th thing that I done this year in 2016 was I went to not one but 2 cat cafes. Now I've been to a cat cafe that's in London. It's in Shoreditch, called Lady Dinah's Cat Cafe, and it's really lovely decorated and it's very clean. It doesn't smell, and they used to have about 12 cats there, and a few of the cats have been rehomed now, and they've now got a resident of 13 cats, and it's absolutely lovely. The food there is gorgeous. They have like bagels, and they have like cake and tea and coffee. Some of like the special drinks are named after the different cats, and it's just a lovely place. They've got 2 floors as well, but it's kept so clean, and the cats are so cute and lovely, and the food there is really nice as well. So it's absolutely amazing. But I'll give you the link for the cat cafe in my description. And in May I went to another cat cafe, which is in Shoreditch as well, I think, and that's called the London Cat Village, and it's like forest themed, and there's a few cats, and it was really nice there as well, but it just didn't have the same feel as Lady Dinah's Cat Cafe. But yeah, and I went to 2 cat cafes this year, and I went to Lady Dinah's I think on the 22nd of December, and I actually vlogged some footage from that day, which I'll leave a link in the description to my Vlogmas videos, so you guys can see what I got up to in December. And also, if you want to skip some of them, go to day 22, I think it's day 22, and you can watch my cat cafe video. Now, the 14th thing I'd done this year, I went to see the Pokemon Symphonic Orchestra. And this is, I think, a 20 or 30 piece orchestra playing music from the games. Now, me and my brother grew up with Pokemon Red, I think Green. Is it Red and Green or Red and Blue? Red and Blue. And Pokemon Yellow. And we still have our Game Boy Colors from when we were younger. And to be able to still be able to play on it, the same batteries still even worked. And I haven't played on it for about 10 years. So my brother started to get into Pokemon Yellow and Blue, and I started to get into Pokemon Yellow. And I haven't played it for a while actually, but I really enjoyed the game footage. I'm quite a retro person. I love like classic Sonic and like Pokemon, you know, Sega Mega Drive, you know, that sort of stuff. Even though it doesn't work, I still like playing the classic games on my DS, which is in storage at the moment, so I can't play it. Anyway, I heard about the Symphonic Orchestra on Twitter, and I really wanted to go and see what it's about. And it's literally just lots of game footage to music, and it's bloody brilliant. If you like Pokemon, especially like playing the games, definitely go and see it. It is absolutely amazing. Now, the 15th thing that I done in 2016 was basically living in a building site. You might think that sounds a bit crazy, but we've been having building work done the past 4 months, and this means we've had our kitchen knocked down and built into a bigger kitchen. We've had our garage knocked down and made into a bigger room. Because it was such a big job that they done, we had no heating or hot water, and we had no kitchen obviously. So in our porch bit we had like a little microwave and a little my dad had this little oven from work and like a mini fridge and freezer, and then a couple of days we had no power when they had to do building work. And in December especially, it was one of the coldest days of the year. And due to some of the building work, I've actually now got half my door missing. I've got exposed sort of plastering away, exposed brick. And my room is probably a bit of a mess at the moment, and all my posters have been taken down, and we are planning to redecorate my bedroom in the next couple of months, so that'll be a nice thing as well to have. So I did do Vlogmas as well, and that's another big thing of 2016 I done. And as this video goes up, all my Vlogmas videos would have gone up on my vlogging channel. Again, the link will be in the description. And you can watch my journey of all having building work done, from basically living in my bedroom almost, upstairs not having like anywhere to, like, a lounge to chill out in, to like celebrating Christmas in our new lounge slash kitchen area. So that was a big deal for me. And as I speak now, as I'm filming, the builders are actually here doing stuff outside of the house, and some of the job still hasn't been finished, but the main stuff like the kitchen has been done. And it's nice now to actually have a lounge to sit in, and I've got a new laptop now, so I can actually sit on my laptop in the lounge, watch television, because our TV hasn't even been working, and be able to do editing. And number 16, the biggest thing that happened to me this year was to do with my anxiety, and I've been having games therapy, where basically once a week I go to this centre and play board games with other people suffering from like anxiety, social anxiety. And I actually got, I think in September, I had my last session there, and I don't want to say that I got dismissed from it, but I felt very proud of myself that I got through all of that, and I'm now ready to move on to 2017, you know, feeling more confident. And yes, I still have panic attacks. No, I know how to control them quicker, and like I can feel myself going into one, and like that I can now like stop it from happening. And my anxiety will never go away. I'm still quite an anxious person. I do worry a lot, but I now find it easier to cope with situations. I even made a video after I finished my last session, a storytime video called My Anxiety Story. So if you'd like to learn more about it, again, the link will be in the description. So yeah, here I am plugging myself, but just to get to know me a bit more, and I want you guys to see my life from like my eyes, you know, see what my life was like, you know, in 2016, and just to get to know me a bit more, and just to share experiences, really. Anyway guys, take care. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please feel free to like and comment. Subscribe if you'd like to keep up to date with everything I'm doing, and just to keep up to date when I upload videos. And by doing that, you need to press the bell in the top right hand corner. I also have Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Ask.fm, and a blogging channel. Not a blogging channel, a blogging page. And I also have a second channel which I upload my vlogs on, but not regular sort of vlogs. So again, all those links will be in the description. And take care, and I'll see you guys again next time for a new video. Anyway, take care, always remember to smile, and every cloud has a silver lining. Anyway, thanks for watching, bye!